Welcome to our power lunch.
Hello, everybody. It's crazy up in our household right now.
Yeah.
We took a break from working and packing because we are officially moving on Thursday.
Our house is crazy right now. We don't have very much furniture.
Nope.
And there's a lot of boxes in the living room. So
Well, we're living on patio furniture right now.
and we will be after we move too, because our couch we ordered a new couch and it doesn't get delivered until hopefully end of June, early July.
Thankfully, our patio furniture is pretty comfortable. It's obviously still not as comfortable as like an actual couch would be, but it's
like a cozy
not
conversation set. It's not just like, I don't know, one of those like dining
like,
chairs or whatever.
Like plastic,
yeah,
those plastic white chairs.
Yeah, it's more comfortable than that. It's more comfortable than that. So that's good.
Yeah, so we're managing, but it's been an interesting week. It was an interesting weekend, and yeah, we're looking forward to getting this done. I don't mind moving. It's the actual like packing and physically moving the stuff that's not very fun.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, and it's going to be a fun new adventure. I was laughing because on Friday, Friday, we went to the apartment, and then I had to go and drop my computer off at the computer doctor. My computer is sick again.
The Apple geniuses.
Yeah. So
computer doctor.
I had to drop my computer off at the computer doctor, which was at the mall. So we were able to like go from our apartment and we walked to the mall, and then
we can't walk anywhere where we live right now.
No, like we're way out in the middle of nowhere. So this is why this is very exciting. And then I got a message from my friend, and she was like, "Hey, I have tickets to go watch the football game. By the way, it starts in like 40 minutes. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "I happen to actually be downtown right now, which is where the stadium is." So I was like, "I can actually Uber to your place once my computer doctor appointment is done and meet you there." And I did that. So I Ubered. I had to download the Uber app.
I don't even think we can get Uber here where we live.
I haven't had the Uber app in years.
It's like, this is all new territory.
So this is crazy. So I Ubered to her place, and then we walked to the stadium. And then after the game was done, Jeff and his friends were out for drinks after soccer just down the street. So we walked to the pub after. I was like, this is downtown living. I have not driven anywhere, and I've been so many places in the last couple of hours.
So that's going to be our life for the next little while.
Yeah.
Moving downtown. So
yeah, it's going to be exciting.
It'll be good. We'll be around people.
Yeah.
We'll be more motivated to go out and leave the house.
Yeah, I did so many activities in one night. And all it took was just to be at the apartment. Yeah. Anyways, enough about our move. It's almost over. We're almost there. It's crazy. We're actually moving Thursday and then leaving Friday to be away for the weekend. So, but if you are in the London area, that is where we are headed.
Reach out.
Yeah, we have some tickets that we can get for you. It's a cash flow event, which right now I think is really important because
interest rates are high.
Cash flow is tough right now.
Cash flow is king.
Yeah. So if you're in the Ottawa area, if you're in the London area,
if you're in the Ottawa area, reach out because we live here.
Yeah.
But if you're in the London area, this coming weekend, reach out because we want to see you.
Yeah, we're going to be there with the Wealth Genius family. Alfonso Quadra obviously is going to be there doing his thing. We will be speaking as well about the deal that we closed last year and how...
Quick little case study.
Yeah, nice case study on negotiations and how we were able to negotiate so that we could pull $1.3 million out of that property within 6 months.
Damn.
So
that was good.
Yeah, it's a really solid case study. So if you're in the London area, make sure you reach out. I want to see you.
If you are new here, welcome. This is our power lunch. Dakota and I will jump on here every Tuesday, 12:30 Eastern. And we'll talk about various real estate entrepreneur topics. Typically, it's very timely. It's either something that we're dealing with or something that some of our students are dealing with. And we want to be able to share what we talk about and our knowledge and experiences and that kind of thing. So leave a comment down below. We do these live because we want them to be as interactive as possible. If nobody says anything, we'll just banter back and forth and talk about the subject. But we would love to hear from you, your thoughts, your comments, that kind of thing. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube. You can always catch these recordings on YouTube. So go follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll also be notified when we go live. So,
yeah.
And if you're not new here, welcome back. You know the drill.
Yeah, you know what this is about.
Say hi below.
Yes. And today we are talking about something that I think we are still in the process of working on.
Yeah, we're not the masters of this by any means, but it's something that we've each been working on ourselves to try and improve and implement, I guess.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, right? Like, it's not necessarily about being like a master at everything, but it's about constantly trying to improve how you function as an individual and also how you function in your business. And this is something that we know the importance of, we understand the importance of, and that we want to be able to work on because we know how much it can change our productivity within our business and just our lives. Because I think a lot of people mistake being busy for being productive. And if you are busy, that doesn't necessarily mean you're actually getting things done. And people that are productive aren't necessarily busy, in my opinion. Because there's people who can get a lot done, get their whole day packed into like 4 hours if they are focused and productive for that amount of time.
Some people get their entire week done in 4 hours, right? There's a whole book on that, 4-hour work week.
Yeah.
I just started reading a book, so I can't give you any comments on whether it's good or not yet, but I just started it. It's called Essentialism. And it's kind of the same thing, like making sure that you're doing the tasks that are important to what you want to accomplish and not getting stuck in the weeds or working on somebody else's agenda, working on your own.
So there's a lot of kind of different avenues we can go down on how to on productivity versus being busy. But the one that we wanted to focus on today is the idea of time blocking. And this is something that one of our mentors was very strong about, was the idea of time blocking. And I think when you have so many different pieces going on in your life, like we right now, we have our kind of our core business, which is the multifamily acquisition, and then management business, which is almost kind of two pieces on its own. But that's our core business that we're building. But then we're coaching in the real estate space. I'm doing some other stuff with Wealth Genius on the partnership side of things. We're both doing these events for Wealth Genius. And then both of us also we're people, right? We have lives beyond real estate. So when you're not, and even actually if you're doing a 9-to-5 job, time blocking can be really helpful.
Oh, for sure.
But when you have so many different pieces of your business and what you're doing happening, it's really important to start time blocking because you have that time to actually focus on a certain thing.
Yeah. So basically what is time blocking, I guess we can start there. Taking your day and breaking it up into chunks, right? So blocking out a specific period of time to be able to accomplish a task. So, I mean, Dakota mentioned we have many different areas that we're kind of focusing on throughout the day, throughout the week. So being able to say, okay, I'm going to be working on the due diligence for the next deal that we have during this period. I'm going to be working on property management stuff during this time of the day. I'm going to be working on Wealth Genius stuff during this period of the day. And then not letting other things distract you from that and actually utilizing that period. Our mentor will even go a step further and say, and I think this is a great practice, is to say, this is my personal time. Nobody's taking this away from me. So he goes and he'll have dinner with his daughter or have a movie night or games night or whatever. and that's blocked in the calendar, and nothing will actually be able to take that away. So that's a dedicated time.
And it's interesting being able to do that, because if you're someone like me, I have this problem where if I'm not doing something, I don't feel like I'm being productive. So I almost need to like fill space so that I feel like I'm being productive. And the thought process behind that is, if it's in the calendar and I've achieved that, I'm being productive. Like if it's in the calendar that Jeff and I are having dinner and we have dinner together, like a
Check.
date night. Yes, exactly. Like we have checked that box. If I'm like, I know I'm going to need a break by Friday, so I'm going to binge watch, whatever I'm watching at that point for 3 hours, and that's what I need to do at that point, like sit with my blanket and my snacks and just do that, then it's done. I've checked that box. I've been productive because that's what's scheduled for that period of time.
If you are somebody that needs to take naps throughout the day, time block them. There's nothing wrong with taking a nap through the day if it's going to help you be productive later on.
Unless you're in a 9 to 5 and they don't let you take naps, then like maybe not.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
Time block it so that it's appropriate and makes sense.
Yeah.
Time block your nap to be at 5 p.m. and then you can be productive from 6 p.m. on.
Yeah.
To build your business on the side.
So again, this is something that we are working towards. So if you have any like really good, if you're someone who didn't time block and you were able to be really efficient at it, and you have hints and tips on how to do it, happy to take those. But I know something that I've at least started to do was almost theme days. So for me, that was a good place to start, because before I had like, a coaching call here, a meeting here for like Wealth Genius, a meeting here for our business, and then it would kind of alternate, and then the day was kind of chaotic with like kind of switching my brain between these different topics. So what I decided to do was take as many coaching calls as I could, put those onto one day, and then I blocked off time, like a day, or maybe it doesn't have to be a full day, but a day was my meetings for Wealth Genius. Now I've had to like kind of separate those because I need more time, but I'll say like this morning, that is dedicated to Wealth Genius meetings. That afternoon, that's dedicated to, new potential investor meetings. So that to me is kind of the start of time blocking. And that already has allowed me to be a lot more efficient. I have days where, yes, I'm back to back to back with coaching calls, but at least now my brain for that period of time is in coaching calls, and then it's there and then it's done. And I don't have to like switch my brain between all these different things.
Yeah. This, I think the very first iteration of time blocking that we really did when it came to the business was we set up a Calendly, and we made sure that it wasn't just open all day, every day, that there were only specific time blocks throughout the week that people can actually schedule meetings. And we would eliminate an entire day as well, right? So nobody's able to use our Calendly link and book a meeting with us on Tuesdays, for example.
Because Tuesdays are coaching days.
Yeah.
For both of us,
exactly.
I think, for the most part, actually.
Yeah.
So that, I think, really helped. It's the start of really intense time blocking. And I think you can kind of decide what level of time blocking you need. For us, I do think we probably, probably need to get more intense with my time blocking. But for me, at least, that was a start from taking like the chaos of the week, at least into some sort of organization. But still something we're definitely working on.
Yeah. I mean, I have ADHD. Like I will walk into a room and forget why I walked into that room. So you mentioned something earlier when we were talking about maybe what we wanted to talk about on our power lunch today, that if a new thought enters your mind while, let's say, you're working on Wealth Genius stuff, a new thought enters your mind that's not in relation to what you've blocked out the time for, you'll write it down on a sticky note and slap it to the side. That way it's out of your brain, but it's somewhere that it's not just going to get forgotten.
Yeah.
And I really like that.
I have a lot of sticky notes by the end of the day, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But it helps, because what I was doing before was I'd be looking to like write an email. I'd be doing, actually, no, even better. I'd be doing something and then I'd have to go and look in my email to like complete whatever I was doing. So I'd open my email and then I'd see all these emails. I'm like, oh, I need to answer that email. So I'd go and answer that email and they'd be like, oh, I actually didn't do this other thing that was associated with this email. So then I'd go and do something else. And that would lead me down this wild train. And then I'd forget the original reason I went into my email, which had nothing to do with answering emails. So
that is my life in a nutshell.
I was finding, and again, this happens especially if you have different businesses going on, you have different tasks you have to do kind of in different buckets. So what I started doing was, I'm doing that task. I go into my email. If I see that there's something else that I have to deal with, instead of clicking on that email, don't even open it because that means it's read now. Don't open it. Write it on a piece of paper and then put it off to the side, whether it's a sticky note. I've been very difficult to find sticky notes that stick to your wall long enough.
They stick really well to whiteboards, by the way. So if you have a whiteboard, you can also use the whiteboard just to write and then cross things off.
Yeah.
But
or you just make a list for yourself on a piece of paper, whatever you need to do. But that way I would get task A done instead of ending up half finishing that, half finishing task B, half doing C, maybe finishing D, and then forgetting where you started. So that to me really helped. It helped me bring a task to completion that needed to be complete, but also allowed me not to forget about these brain moments that I had throughout that process. Because I also don't want to forget to answer that email because it's important. So that I found really helpful. And if you find yourself switching tasks like that consistently, give that a try because it's helped me quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Do you have any other tips, tricks?
I think just having a to-do list. I mean, you and I will do a meeting in the mornings, and then we'll do a bigger one on Monday morning at the beginning of the week, or actually that usually ends up being Tuesday morning for us, because Monday is a write-off if we're traveling a lot. But having those meetings can help identify what those tasks are that you need to do throughout the week and throughout the day. And just having a task list is going to be able to help you even create your time block. How much time do I need to dedicate to this specific task or this kind of part of the business or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good way to start time blocking. If you understand what you need to get done during the day and during the week, then you can start time blocking for those kind of regular tasks that you do. So actually creating that list before you start to time block and understanding what you need to dedicate time for, that can be really important.
Yeah.
And then I think, that meeting in the morning has been really useful.
Yeah. Because then we're not duplicating tasks. We know who's doing what.
And you can already kind of if you have the time blocked out, you can say, okay, for that time, this is exactly what I'm going to be working on during that time. These are the exact tasks that I want to get done in that 3-hour time block.
Yeah. And it's very satisfying to either check off a piece of paper, on a piece of paper, check off a task list, or we use Asana to be able to keep track of tasks. And they have a nice little animation when you complete a task. So there's always that little dopamine hit, I think.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. It's like a little unicorn or something.
It's nice. I like it.
There's so many unicorns, and there's like a narwhal, I think.
Yeah, that's the unicorn of the sea.
Yeah. So they send you little rainbow animals when you complete a task. It's cute.
I think that's it for the most part for today.
Yeah, we wanted to keep it short because we have a lot of packing to do still.
We got lots to do.
So
thank you for spending this time with us. We truly appreciate you. Mm-hmm. We will be back next week.
We'll have a different background. Probably
we'll be
next week.
100%. We will be in a new place. Moving happens on Thursday, so we're excited for that.
Yeah.
Tuesday, 12:30 Eastern. Be here and say hello.
Yeah. Before we do go, just a reminder that if we have our 7-unit project that we're working on right now, we actually did our inspection last week, and
we got the report.
Yeah. Drum
Just-
roll.
We got the report.
Yeah, so we're working our way through that now. We're really excited about it. The inspection went well. So there's some stuff that we have to get some quotes on, but overall looks good. So we're really excited about it. If it's something that you want to learn more about, obviously send us a message, and we'd be happy to get on a call to talk more about that. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.